Hi, welcome to part 4 of chapter 8 Motion. This is from class 9 CBSE from the NCERT book. My name is Avantika. I hope you have seen parts 1, 2 and 3 because otherwise you won't understand anything because this is a continuation of those. Please keep your books open. Your NCERT books should be kept open. If you want, you can have a notebook also because we are going to be solving some numericals or understanding some points. इधर important है because you have graphs also in this. Graphs पिछले में भी graphs थे. In this also you have graphs and equations. So it is important that you have your book open so that you understand that, so that you can see those. Okay, so we'll dive in. So this is what we have learned in part 3. Quick revision. Graphical representation of motion we saw, right? We saw graphs. Distance time graph for uniform motion is a linear variation. For non-uniform motion is non-linear variation. Okay. The slope of line for uniform motion of distance time graph gives the speed. The velocity time graph for uniform motion is straight line parallel to the axis. Velocity time graph for uniformly accelerated motion is also a linear variation, and the area under velocity time graph gives the distance covered. Okay, chalo. So now we are going to be learning about equations of motion by graphical method. We saw the graphical method, how to represent distance, time and speed on a graph. So now we are going to be doing the equations. When an object moves along a straight line with uniform velocity through a set of equations, acceleration during motion and distance covered by it in a certain time interval may be calculated. When an object moves along a straight line with uniform velocity, straight line, we have a set of equations, acceleration during motion and distance covered by it in a certain amount of time may be calculated. Okay, when there is acceleration also and it says uniform velocity, it means direction is not changing. So these are the equations that we will be looking at. We will be understanding these equations quickly. This is the velocity time relation. This is very easy for you to understand because you have done A is equal to V minus U by T. So you know that V is minus U is equal to AT. V is equal to U plus AT. ये तो यहाँ यही derive हो गया, but we are going to be doing it graphically. Okay, this is one equation. The second one is the position time relation. This was velocity and time. Okay, velocity and time. Here is position and time. This is position and this is time. Here we have eliminated the need for final velocity. Okay, and here is the position and velocity relation where we have eliminated the need for time. Right, here we have acceleration, distance and velocity. We don't need time. So you know these things, you know U is initial velocity, V is final velocity, A is uniform acceleration, T is the time taken and S is the distance traveled in time T. So V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square and 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. These you will do these so many times, you have to do these so many times कि these get fit into your head. Okay. So we'll look at the equation for velocity time relation, which is V is equal to U plus AT. Now you have a graph. You have seen this graph before in the previous video. But in that what you saw was that velocity was 0. इसलिए वो graph was starting from the origin. Here there is some initial velocity, which is why it is not starting from 0. Okay, so this velocity time graph an object with uniform acceleration. Uniform acceleration means velocity is changing at uniformly with uniform time intervals. Here initial velocity, as I said, is not equal to 0. There is some initial value of u here. Okay, so initial velocity is point A and final velocity is point B. in time t, this is time t, that is change in velocity. What you do is you take perpendiculars from point B on time axis. This is time axis, x is time axis. So you take a perpendicular like this, सीधा यहाँ पे, and BE from point B to velocity axis like this, straight line. एक vertical line B से from the final velocity point down to the time axis and one to the velocity axis. Okay, so you will see now that the initial velocity is OA. O to A is the initial velocity. This is the value of initial velocity. Whereas final velocity is OE, है ना? Or which is also equal to BC, right? These are parallel to each other. So they have the same value. ठीक है? Or BC. ठीक है? This is the final value. चलो, I'll remove this because this is not required अभी. This is initial velocity, this is final velocity, and time interval T is O to C is time interval T. BD is equal to BC minus CD is the change in velocity. है ना? Because यहाँ से लेकर यहाँ तक is the change in velocity. This much from here to here. This is point V, this is, and this is point U. So V minus U, this BD is V minus U in time interval T. इतने टाइम में इतना चेंज हुआ. We will draw a parallel AD to OC, like this is drawn. Okay, so now what happens? Now we know that BC, okay, let me take this, BC, this one is equal to BD plus DC, but DC is also equal to OA. ठीक है, so BD plus OA. मैं बताती हूँ ये क्यों है. BD plus OA, where BC is equal to V, OA is equal to U, so V is equal to BD plus U, है ना? V is equal to, जो V की वैल्यू है ये वाली, हाँ, it is equal to BC is V, it is equal to BD plus OA. Okay, because it is BC is equal to BD plus DC, but DC is equal to OA, so BC is equal to BD plus OA. ठीक है, now we will know the values. Now BC is equal to V, BD is BD, and OA is U. So we know that BD is equal to V minus U. हम पहले इस नतीजे पर पहुंच चुके हैं. Now acceleration is the change in velocity upon time taken. Okay, change in velocity is BD. This is change in velocity upon time taken is AD or OC. ठीक है, this is the time taken. So acceleration is BD upon time taken, which means that BD is equal to AT. See, A is equal to BD upon T, therefore BD is equal to AT. We will need this equation. That is why we have put it like this. BD is V minus U. This is 2, this is 1. Now we know that BD is equal to V minus U. BD is also equal to AT. So V minus U is equal to AT, or V is equal to U plus AT. You have to do it graphically, nahi to it is very easy to derive. Huh? This is the same formula, basically the same formula expressed differently. V is equal to U plus AT. Final velocity is equal to initial velocity plus acceleration into time. The next one is that equation for position time relation. This is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Okay, this is the same graph as previously. Here you're going to be needing, here they're saying that you're going to be looking at the object. Understand this, okay? उसमें velocity time relation था, जिसमें position time relation है, position time relation है. Okay, so we are going to be looking at the area of this. So object traveled distance s in time t under uniform acceleration a. We know that the area under in a velocity time graph is the distance covered. So what is the distance? This is the area of this trapezium. ठीक है, area of this trapezium. Now you have to understand this कि इसमें ना हमें t की वैल्यू चाहिए, OC and AD की वैल्यू चाहिए. That is why we have broken down into a triangle and a rectangle, and that is how we are going to measure the area of a trapezium. Okay, so we are taking the area of rectangle OADC, ये वाला rectangle, and we are going to be looking at triangle ADABD. Okay, and then we will find the area of this trapezium. So looking at S, now this is S, है ना? This total area is S, the distance covered, which is area of this triangle plus area of this rectangle. Understood? ये दोनों का area अगर हम calculate करेंगे तो we will get the distance. So now we have S is equal to, what is the area of a rectangle? Length into breadth. So OA into OC, and then we have triangle, half into base into height. Base is AD, height is BD, so half into AD into BD. Okay, from the previous thing we know that BD is equal to 80. We saw this in the previous slide, huh? OA is equal to U. Okay, OC is equal to OD, which is time. Okay, so we have these, इसका है OA का हमें वैल्यू पता है U, OC की वैल्यू पता है T. OC and AD are the same, they are parallel to each other. Okay, and they are rectangle के दो opposite sides हैं, इसलिए they are equal, and that is why they are both T. BD is 80. We have seen this we have derived this in the previous slide. ठीक है, so now we replace these values, therefore we get ut plus half into t into 80. Okay, therefore we get s is equal to ut plus half 80 square. इसमें हमने एरिया कैलकुलेट किया अंडर this graph, and we split this area and of this trapezium into an area of a triangle and area of a rectangle, right? And then we added that, and that is we use these values, we replaced these OA and BD and SA, all these names with the values, and therefore we got this, which means distance is equal to initial velocity into time plus half into acceleration into time square. Okay, chalo. Then we come to position velocity relation. ठीक है, position and velocity relation. Now you have to, there is one thing you have to understand. Position velocity relation में we have removed the need for time. ठीक है, we have removed the need for time. I'll tell you why that is important when you have to derive this. This is the answer. This is the equation 2as is equal to v square minus u square. The fundamental is the same, that area of this trapezium is the distance. Area under velocity time graph will be distance. So we have to calculate the area of this trapezium. Now in the previous slide we had seen that we took the area of triangle and the rectangle together and then we added them. पर उससे क्या होगा, because rectangle में से ये जो values हैं ये time की value देती है, that is why we cannot take this here, because in this equation we don't have the value of time, है ना? So here we have to take the area of trapezium प्रॉपर लेने, प्रॉपर एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपीजियम का फॉर्मूला लगा के हमें लेना है. What is the area of trapezium? It is the smaller. You have parallel in trapezium. You have non-parallel sides and you have parallel sides. So you have to take the sum of parallel sides into base upon 2. Sum of parallel sides upon base into 2. This is the formula of trapezium. So that is why we use it. S is equal to OA, okay, plus BC, right, this one, into OC upon 2. Now we use these values. इसमें OC आया है अभी, but we are going to replace this soon. Okay. Now S is equal to U plus V. Okay. U plus V into T upon 2. Now we have used the value. We are replacing T with velocity. We are using the previous equation that we know, and we are going to be replacing T with velocity in terms of velocity and acceleration. Okay, to remove the need for T. So we use V is equal to U plus AT, which gives us T is equal to V minus U upon A. इसमें से derive हो जाता है. We replace the value of T here. T here is replaced by this. So we get S is equal to U plus V into V minus U upon 2A. Right? यहाँ पे 2 था. And then we multiplied by this, so we get this value. Now you know A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. ठीक है. Similarly यहाँ पे भी वही हुआ. U plus V or V plus U, it doesn't matter. V minus U into V plus U gives V square minus U square upon 2A, and then it can be solved as 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. ठीक है. These are the 3 equations that we need to know. Okay, now we'll solve some questions. So the first question is, these are solved. So I'm just going to explain to you what these are, but you can easily see them. A train starting from rest attains a velocity of 72 km per hour in 5 minutes. Now what all is given from rest, which means initial velocity is 0. Velocity, final velocity is 72 km per hour, which we have to convert to meter per second. So 72 into 5 by 18 is 20 meter per second. Okay. Time is 5 minutes, which is 300 seconds. 5 into 60. Assuming that the acceleration is uniform, find the acceleration and the distance traveled by the train for attaining this velocity. So we have to find A and we have to find S. Okay. So A, you already know, final velocity minus initial velocity upon T is the acceleration. So you have straightforward answer. Okay. The next is we have to find the distance. Distance may, there are 2 ways you can find distance. Okay. 2 formulae. 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. You also have S is equal to UT plus half AT square. You have to look at these equations, and then you have to figure out the variables that are given to you, so that you understand which of these equations you can use. So इस case में, since you are given U, V, T, you also now know A, and you have to find S, right? ये 4 variables दिए हैं. You can use either of the equations, remaining equations, to find S. ठीक है. Here they have used 2AS is equal to V square minus U square. Since U is 0, U square also becomes 0. So it becomes 2AS is equal to V square, which means S is equal to V square upon 2A. है ना? Again, straightforward, you get the answer to be 3000 meter, which you can say is 3 kilometer. Okay. You can also use the other equation. You can say कि इसमें, since T is also given, you can say S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Since u is 0, this terms becomes 0. So s is equal to half at square, half into 1 by 5 into t is 300. Okay, you will get the same answer. This is this 3000 meter or 3 kilometer. Okay, you get the same answer. Okay, we move on to the next one. A car accelerates uniformly from 18 km per hour to 36 km per hour in 5 seconds. U is 18 km per hour multiplied by 5 by 18 and you get the answer in meter per second. 5 meter per second. V is 36. Multiply again by 5 by 18. You get 10 meter per second. Time is given 5 seconds. Calculate the acceleration and the distance covered by the car in that time. It is the same question as given this one. दोनों same ही questions है. You find the acceleration first, v minus u upon t, and then you find, in this case what they have done is, here they used this formula, 2as is equal to v square minus u square. Here they have used this formula, s is equal to ut plus half at square. You can also use 2as is equal to v square minus u square for this, because you have all the necessary variables. 2 into a is 1. We have to find s is equal to v square. V square is 10 square, right? 100 minus u square is 5 square is 25. So 2s is equal to 75. S is equal to 37.5 meter. Either way you can do this way, you will find the same answer. So the next one. The brakes applied to a car produce an acceleration of 6 meter per second square in the opposite direction to the motion. Opposite direction to the motion and brakes applied, which means acceleration is equal to minus 6 meter per second square. हाँ इधर दिया हुआ है. If the car takes 2 seconds to stop after application of brakes, calculate distance it travels. T दिया हुआ है 2 seconds. We know that brakes are applied and it stops, because it is given here the car takes 2 minutes to stop. Stop किया यानी final velocity becomes 0. Okay, so now we have all the information. We have A, we have T, we have V. We need to calculate U first. Okay, because in both the other S निकालने के लिए we always need the value of U. ठीक है, so U is equal to, we use this formula, V is equal to U plus 80. 0 is equal to U plus minus 6 into 2. Like U is equal to 12 meter per second. ठीक है, and then you use either of these formulae. ये use करो या फिर वो 2as वाला use करो, you will find the distance. You will see that it takes 12 meters. That is why they say that you need to keep a distance between two cars, because it takes some distance for your car to come to a stop. Even if when you press the brakes very hard, it takes some time for the car to come to a stop. There is some distance that is covered in that time. So that is why you need to keep some distance between your vehicles. Okay, understood? Okay, now we come to uniform circular motion. Okay, until now we have only been talking about motion in straight line or direction change, but here we are going to be talking about motion in a circular path. When the velocity of an object changes, it is acceleration, and it could be due to change in magnitude or change in direction, right? We know this already. Can be change in the numerical value or in change of direction. So if you think about it, if you have a running track, for example, and an athlete is running, even if you look at your school ground or something, you will see that they're generally circular, or they are some shape, or they are rectangular and stuff like that. So at every point, at these points, the direction is changing, right? For example, in rectangular field, the athlete changes direction 4 times. First he is moving in this direction, then she is moving in this direction, then they are moving in this direction. So my point is, at every point, at A, B, C and D, they are changing their position. They are changing their direction, not position, their direction. Okay. Similar to that, in a hexagonal field, it happens 6 times. They are moving in this direction first, then they change their direction to this, then to this, then to this, then to this. ऐसे करते करते they change the direction 6 times. And again, in an octagonal field, it happens 8 times. The number of corners is equal to the number of times that they are going to be changing their direction. You know that very well कि as the number of sides of such a shape increase, it comes more and more towards circle. So in a circular track, even with constant magnitude of velocity, the direction changes at every point. Right here you see in octagon, it is changing at all of these points, at 8 points. In a circle, a circle is made up of infinite such points. Therefore, at every single point, the direction of motion changes. Okay, it is tangential. ऐसे 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 ऐसे, it is changing at every single point. If we have to keep the magnitude of velocity same, listen, direction is changing even if the magnitude of the velocity is the same. Since direction is changing, velocity is changing, and change in velocity is called acceleration. So running in a circular path means you are constantly accelerating. There is a constant change in velocity due to constant change in direction. ठीक है? So you know very well कि हम distance calculate करते हैं. In a straight line we just see point A to point B कितना हुआ. Circle में, when you are looking at a circular path, you will look at the circumference of the circle. Therefore, what is the circumference of the circle? It is 2 pi r, right? ये पूरा जो circumference है, it is 2 pi r, which means that the distance is covered is 2 pi r. Okay. If athlete takes t seconds to go once around the circular, इतना पूरा cover करने में उसको t seconds लगे, velocity is equal to 2 pi r by t. Very logical, huh? Area, the circumference, the total length is 2 pi r. Therefore, he covers 2 pi r distance in t time, velocity v. When an object moves along a circular path with uniform speed, motion is called uniform circular motion. Uniform speed है, not uniform velocity. Uniform speed. Speed is, it does not have any direction. Therefore, the magnitude of velocity is the same, which means it is uniform speed. But since direction is changing at every single point, the velocity is not constant. The velocity is always accelerating. Do you understand? If you know the difference between speed and velocity, you will understand this. Magnitude of velocity, numerical value जो है, कि somebody is running at the speed of 10 km per hour. वो 10 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड जो है वो कांस्टेंट रहेगी. इवन इफ इट रिमेन्स कांस्टेंट, वो स्पीड है, दैट इज द स्पीड. बट बिकॉज इट इज अ सर्कुलर पाथ, the direction is changing at every single point of that path, which means velocity is also changing at every single point. Even if it is 10 km per hour, well, direction is changing, therefore velocity is changing. And when there is change in velocity, it is called accelerated motion. When an object moves along a circular path with uniform speed, motion is called uniform circular motion. याद रखो, uniform velocity नहीं, uniform speed. Circular path with uniform speed is uniform circular motion. Now, this is an example that is given in your book. If you take a piece of stone or something, if you take a stone or small rock or something, and you attach a piece of thread to it, and then you just whirl it around like this, and you throw it, you just release it. हाँ, ऐसे 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 करो in a constant speed again, and just release it. What you will see is that the stone moves in a direction tangential to the circular path. टेंजेंट पे जाएगा. अगर ये ऐसे मूव कर रहा है ना इस डायरेक्शन में, आपने इसको यहाँ छोड़ा, इट विल मूव लाइक दिस. इफ यू throw, if you release it here, it will move like this. If you release it here, it will move like this. The point of release will be different every time. The chance of the point of release being the same is negligible. Huh? So every time you do this, आप 3-4 बार करो, you will see that the direction in which the stone goes are completely different depending upon the point in which you throw, because the velocity, the direction of velocity at that point is tangential. तो अगर स्पीड अगर ऐसे जा रहा है तो इसका टेंजेंट जो है that is the direction of velocity. At every point the direction is tangential. Okay, so that is why it goes like that. This is also done by athletes who throw hammer or discus. Hammer या discus जो throw करते हैं उनका भी ऐसे ही होता है. They move around and once they reach the point that they want to throw, they just throw the ball like that. They get a lot of momentum, we'll learn later, but the speed is tangent. The speed is constant, direction is tangential. Okay, ऐसे जाएगा वो, ऐसे उड़ जाएगा. ठीक है. This is uniform circular motion. Example of objects under uniform circular motion: motion of the moon around the sun, around the earth, motion of the earth around the sun, satellites of the earth moving in a circular orbit, or a cyclist who's on a circular track at constant speed. ऐसे एक ऐसे ट्रैक होता है and they have to move like this. ठीक है. That is uniform circular motion. What is circular motion में क्या होता है? स्पीड की मैग्नीट्यूड अगर सेम भी रहा, the direction is constantly changing at every single point, therefore the velocity also changes at every single point. If an object moves on a circular path with uniform speed, it is called uniform circular motion. Uniform velocity कभी नहीं होगी because the direction, even if the magnitude of the speed remains the same, of velocity remains the same, the direction is changing. Velocity requires both direction and magnitude. Therefore, if direction is changing, therefore velocity does not remain constant. And when velocity is not constant, when velocity is constantly changing, it is called accelerated motion. So what have we learned in this part? We have learned that motion of an object moving at uniform acceleration can be described with the help of 3 equations. ठीक है. These equations: velocity time relation v is equal to u plus at, position time relation s is equal to ut plus half at square, position velocity relation 2as is equal to v square minus u square. You may be asked to give the equation for velocity time relation. ऐसा होगा, you have to remember velocity is v and time is t. You will only have one equation of these three where both v and t are present at the same time. This one. So you remember velocity time relation. Distance time relation, you have to understand position time relation में position refers to distance. Time relation, there is only one such equation where s and t are present at the same time. Therefore, it is this equation: s is equal to ut plus half at square. And then position velocity relation, where there is only one equation where position, that is s, and velocity v are present at this in the same equation. Therefore, it is 2as is equal to v square minus u square. ठीक है. You know these. U is equal to initial velocity, v is final velocity, s is distance covered in time t with acceleration a. In a circular motion, speed v is given by v is equal to 2 pi r by t, because distance covered along a circular path is the circumference. Circumference is 2 pi r or pi d. D is diameter, which is 2r, right? In constant motion, in circular motion, direction changes. I am repeating this many times because you have to understand this concept. In circular motion, direction changes at every point of the path. So even if the speed is the same, which means the magnitude, which means the numeric value of velocity is the same, velocity is constantly changing because the direction changes at every point. Therefore, object is constantly under accelerated motion. Okay, do you understand this? We will do solve numericals in part 5. Please watch that because those are important. Those are from your book. पीछे जो examples दिए हुए हैं, questions दिए हुए उन्हीं को हमने solve किया है. Okay, so I hope you understand. If you don't understand anything, please email us. Let us know in the comments below if there's something you would like explained, or if you like any changes, if you want any changes done. If you like this video, please like, share with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and press the bell icon so that you get notifications every time we upload new videos. Okay, chalo, bye, see you.